You mentioned just now that these women that I have spoken about, that I have referred to, they only want the good-looking, tall, etc., brothers. I will.
Yes.
My question to you, Salahuddin, is how do you know?
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? Like,
How do you know?
let's say the the younger ones. Let's say, what do they look for in men?
Younger is different. Forget the
Yes.
younger ones.
No, no,
Forget the younger ones.
but it's correlated. It's correlated.
It's not. It's not. It's different kettle of fish. The younger girls, because they know that they are in their prime time. It's completely different. I am asking you this question. How do you know? For a very specific reason. Let me give you a follow up question.
I mean, if
Let me
you're
give you a
trying
follow
to
up
say
question.
that if I've talked to divorcees, then I haven't, or like
Right. So I was just about to ask
that's
you,
yes,
how
no, I
many of
haven't.
these women has
Zero, let's
Salahuddin
say.
spoken to? Okay, zero.
Zero.
So
Yes.
Salahuddin, Habibi, you need to get out there and try. You know what it is? A lot of you brothers have a great fear of failure, and I don't know if this comes from low self-esteem in general, or I don't know what it is, but you have a fear of failure. And let me tell you something, you are going to experience a lot of failure. And I am not denying, by the way, the what the black pill guys talk about. There is no doubt that being taller and better looking gives you an advantage. But my follow-up to that would be, if this was the be all and end all, then why is it that tall, attractive looking men get cheated on all the time? Their women leave them all the time. What does that tell you? Oftentimes for a shorter, less attractive man. What does that tell you? That yes, it is an advantage, but it is not the only thing. It is not the only thing. So, yes, I accept and acknowledge it is an advantage, but there are other elements of your character that you can refine. And like I said to you, don't underestimate the superpower that you have, which is your virility, which is what women who are in that age bracket tend to be looking for. They call it dirty 30s. Yeah, and naughty, raunchy 40s or something like that, where a woman is just basically a woman who, let me be specific, for a woman who is, she's been through a couple of marriages, failed marriages, maybe 2, 3, 4, whatever. She's just looking at that point for intimacy. She wants a good time, not a long time. She will probably leave you before you leave her, because now her ability to attach is diminished, but she still wants that halal outlet, sometimes not even halal. So try a lot, and then come back to me with a follow-up discussion with regards to your experiences thereafter, because frankly, Salahuddin, what choice do you have? You don't have a choice.
I just wanted to add something to that, and let's say they're a bit older, the woman, and they might want someone younger, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wouldn't you think that they consider someone that's 20 too young? Like, I'd assume they want someone, let's say that's at least 25 or something. That would still be young for them.
Yes,
Like 20 could be too young, let's say.
a lot of them, it will be too young for them. Yeah,
That's the thing, though. Yeah.
yeah, and some of them it won't be. How will you know until you go through the numbers? You're just gonna have to go and find out for yourself. And like I said, don't try and hide from her what your expectations. You tell her, sister, straight, look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, sister. I'm not going to introduce you to my family. I'm not going to introduce you to my parents, because this, I don't need, I'm a man. I don't need the wali, right? You're not going to meet my family, and I don't want to have children with you. Okay. She doesn't probably want to have children with you anyway. But this is an arrangement between us. If she accepts, she accepts. If she rejects, she rejects. And you will be surprised when you confront a woman with that level of audacity, that level of boldness, what type of impact you have on her. She's shocked. She's taken aback. She's like, yo, this man is really about that life. He's not even trying to lie to me. He's just telling me straight as it is. But if you don't have this experience of having done this before, then it's hard for me to explain to you what I'm talking about. You just have to do it. You just have to do it,
Mm,
and you will see.
inshallah.
Okay?
Just before that, I just wanted to shout out your father. Mashallah, may Allah bless him. He
I
helped
mean,
you out. That, like, it's such a great thing. That you had that outlet at such a young age. Many
alhamdulillah.
many people don't have that. May Allah
Uh,
bless him.
I mean, Jazakallah khair. And you know what? I appreciate that. I'm going to remove you from the stream, Salahuddin. Thank you for coming on, but I'm going to.
Inshallah, we'll speak again.
Habibi,
I'll
salam
give you
alaikum.
the updates. Alaikum assalam wa
Inshallah.
rahmatullah.
Salam alaikum. He's absolutely right. My father, Jazakallah khair, when I landed this bombshell on him at the age of 16, I said to him, Baba, I've met a girl at school. I literally, for those of you who haven't heard the story before, my dad was just woken up in the morning. It was Eid morning. I picked my timing, and 16 years old, just a few weeks into college, and I said to my dad, Baba, I've met a girl at school. I want to marry her, and her dad wants to meet you today in the masjid. Just dropped it on him like that. 6 weeks later, we were married. So, yes, shout out to my father. Jazakallahu khair. You know, we don't give certain people their flowers whilst they are alive. My father, alhamdulillah, blessing, ni'mah, he's still alive. Jazakallahu khair. He facilitated this for me. And my mother supported him, even though my mother was against it. She really didn't want this to happen, but she still supported him. Why? Because she's a good woman. She accepts, you know what? I have to follow my husband's lead, even if it's something that I don't like. She followed his lead. So shout out to my mother as well, because I know that was hard for her too. And it was the right decision. Because, you know, if they hadn't, I would have figured out a way to have done the deed regardless. Anyways, I would have found a way to do the deed anyway. Better to provide it for your son in halal than in haram. So if you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.